welcome to another episode of Firelanepodcast. Say hi.
Oh, I thought you were gonna introduce us.
Not you.
Oh, I guess. What's up, everyone?
It's almost been a year. I'm pretty sure everybody knows it's Moises and Brenda.
What do we get new listeners like we do every episode?
So, welcome to another episode of Firelanepodcast. I'm Brenda. This is my hubby.
In case you're new, we're just introducing yourselves to you guys. And we have your boy Nat.
Nat.
Hey, what's up?
Well,
follow me. Yeah, follow me on Instagram on your boy Nat, and
boy.
On Twitter, Nate's Geek Room. I think that's what it's called. I actually have a Twitter called that, so follow me.
Yep.
So
he does.
Funny.
Ladies.
Quick story.
What?
When they first started working together, I didn't know him, and for a long time, I thought that Nat was a girl.
Yeah.
I thought it was short for Natalie.
You didn't tell her like my full name?
No, he always said Nat, and I was
I had you as Nat. I still have you. I know. Yeah, I still have you as Nat on my phone.
Natalie, and then he's like, no, it's a guy.
Like Nathan.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, it's a guy. You hear that, guys? Girls, I mean.
Speaking to your mic, Nathan.
I'm a man. I'm Batman. Get it? Yeah.
No, we don't get it.
Okay, I know.
Okay.
Welcome.
He's our very special guest.
I'm glad to be on the show. Wait, what?
I just got it. Gosh.
I didn't mean it that way, but
No, I know.
if you took it that way, I guess.
I feel that. But yeah,
He's
I'm glad.
telling you something.
I'm glad to be on the show. Thanks for having me, guys, and can't wait to dive in what we're gonna dive in today.
Welcome to the little calendar room.
Yeah, if you guys have been wondering what we mean by the little calendar room, it's a very tiny calendar. It's still in
July
July.
2019.
We need to fix this. We live in the past. We need to live in the future.
You're gonna do it now?
Yeah.
Forget about the past.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, guys. Apparently, he works here every day and
Travel time. Yay.
never changes that.
I'm sorry, I don't take a look into that calendar.
But
the reason why he's here, and just because he wanted to be.
Okay.
We didn't want him here. I'm kidding.
He invited himself.
Yeah, I just walked into the door.
No, we both saw the film Joker. If you guys have seen it, it's a very controversial film nowadays.
Uh-huh.
And we went to go see it. Well, he saw it first. I think you saw it when it came out.
Yeah, the opening weekend.
Yeah, I saw it a month later.
Yeah.
We went to Lubbock. We went to Lubbock and went to go watch it over there because it was during the week, and in Lubbock, theater and movies are cheap over there.
For
And
real?
empty.
Let's go watch the Joker. And empty, dude. It was the emptiest movie theater ever.
For real? Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we didn't have to worry
that.
about no psychos.
Just so you guys know, this podcast was actually supposed to start 53 minutes ago.
But production took its time. Say hi, production.
But if you watch our Instagram story, you'll see that a very geeky situation was going on.
Do you guys know what frames per second means?
They're gonna answer you.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Comment if you're watching on YouTube.
Below.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, comment.
Comment down below on the YouTube channel. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the Joker. So spoiler warning. That's gonna come up on the screen if I know how to edit that into it.
Yeah.
You'll learn.
But anyway, still spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. We're gonna.
It's been a while, so.
What?
That the movie came.
You've
out.
had a month to watch it. If
Yeah.
you waited this long, sucks to suck.
It's the highest grossing rated R movie.
Yeah,
It's the most profitable
just announced
rated R movie too. No, superhero movie overall.
Superhero, yeah, because it was built on like.
It's not a superhero. That doesn't make sense.
Well, it means like a comic book movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
what?
It was like $60-something million, and it now has almost.
I was getting triggered by them calling it a superhero movie.
Yeah.
There's no hero in there.
There's no.
I mean, they saw him as a hero, but he's not a hero.
Yeah, he's kind of an anti-hero, but in a very, very anti way.
I kind of realized that yesterday that I think like we're seeing more of the villain side of the story in a lot of movies.
Well, Deadpool.
Like Maleficent, when I was watching it yesterday, I was like,
Maleficent. You guys watch that?
Well, she watched it.
Oh.
The first one. I didn't see
Oh,
the
I mean, I've seen it, but
Yeah. I think people just want to watch, dark movies, They want to see this villains be treated as humans.
they are treated as humans.
Yeah, I don't know. But But you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people want to watch like dark movies now. That's why everyone wants to have the Zack Snyder cut of the recent Justice League movie because
It's darker.
yeah, it's darker. Yeah.
But yeah, this was one of the darkest movies I've seen.
In a
The
while.
most relatable movie, I guess, for people who are going through similar things that he went through. His name is Arthur Fleck in the film. And basically how it starts off, you already know, well, you learn that he has this kind of disorder with his laugh, so that's where he gets his Joker laugh.
I'm sorry.
You sounded like a hyena dying, bro.
We're not talking about the Lion King.
I know. But yeah.
But yeah, he laughs like that. He has that uncontrollable laugh.
But
in the
like
movie.
better than that.
Yeah, way better.
But yeah.
But you also learn that he works as a clown, and he does it to maintain his. Is she sick?
His mother?
Yeah. What does she have?
Honestly, I never actually said if she was sick or not, but I'm assuming she's just old and like because she's also been doing stuff.
No, I thought that's why he went for her records.
Oh yeah. She had no, but the hospital record was due to
because
mental illness.
she was mental and
because they kept telling him he was
she was bloody
your mom is.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant. Like if she was sick. Mentally.
No, I meant like was she sick? Like she had an illness or something that made him take care of her. Because you know how
old age.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because they never said she. I mean, she was sick mentally.
She was a boomer.
Shut up, Nathan.
Okay. Okay.
Just got demonetized.
Oh yeah, probably.
Boomer. But yeah, you learn throughout the movie at the very end that she had some type of mental illness.
What if he said that to her?
What?
Sorry to cut off. What if he said like at the part, one he's like, okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, what if you don't? Okay, but carry on.
Yeah, so you learn throughout the movie that people keep calling her crazy. The only one that thinks she's not crazy is, of course, her own son, Arthur, Joker. Mm-hmm. So that's how it develops. It goes from just like a transgression of stuff that happens to him. So first of all, he has this mental illness. He's going to therapy for. Yeah. He just can't seem to be happy for whatever reason. And he moves on to getting bullied by a bunch of little kids who steal his sign and beat him up with it.
For like no reason, I don't know why. But
yeah. And then, of course, some coworker gives him a gun to protect himself, which is a good reason to have a gun. But he went on to progress to get bullied again by some rich guys, I guess, that worked for
Mr. Wayne.
Yeah, for Wayne.
That's where the anti-hero
Wayne
comes
Enterprises.
In. You know what I mean? That's when that's where the anti-hero comes in because he saves somebody with his laughing. He saves a girl. That's on the train, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, but later on in the movie, when it shows that taxi scene where someone's driving by with the clown mask on, that's that girl that he saved.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because they on Twitter they had like a picture of what she looked like, and then it showed her and stuff, and it had her like the same hair and the same jacket that she was wearing when she was, getting catcalled. But yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. A lot of interesting touches in this movie as we'll dive a little bit deeper, I guess.
And it goes to that point in the subway scene where these three rich guys, or supposedly rich guys, just people who work for Wayne Enterprises. Yeah. They're drunk, I guess.
Yeah, they're kind of drunk and they, try to
start hitting.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
My contact.
Do you need to step away?
I think so.
Okay. So my wife just stepped away to take care of her contacts. She was having some eye trouble there, but where were we? We were talking about
the train scene. Yeah, the subway scene where, these three, guys come in that work for Wayne Enterprises, sort of like the big honchos and stuff. everyone looks up upon as like, you know, the greedy, the rich. So they start catcalling this woman, and you know, of course, our main character Arthur is on the train as well. He notices, and he, you know, uses his mental illness sort of to, you know, that kind of makes me think, like, was he actually having a mental breakdown at that point, like when he started laughing, or was he doing it to like save?
Well, I think you can interpret it however way you want.
But yeah.
I think it just happened to him.
Yeah, but
I don't think he did it on purpose. Like me personally, like I don't think he did it on purpose to save the girl.
But I think he still.
I mean, technically,
I think he wanted to do something.
His disease was technically good, and she's back, just like that. So where were we again?
Okay, so
we're still in the subway.
Yeah, and then after that, of course, you know, he starts laughing. The girl leaves, and he ends up shooting these three guys.
Of course, I think. Well, me personally, I saw it as him shooting them for self-defense.
Oh yeah, of course.
Self-defense first, but now going out to finish the guy that was now wrath.
That kind of like that was a little bit dark. I mean, like that part, like okay, yeah, like I mean, it kind of you know, jump scared me, of course, when he like shot the guy. Like I didn't know that was gonna happen. Know. Yeah, me neither. I was like, especially how they had the camera and stuff, and I was like, but then after that, you know, his anger, and you kind of sort of, this movie kind of like I like about it because it kind of itches your insides a little bit, you know what I mean?
Your morals?
Because your morals. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Like, okay,
boy, but I don't know what you were eating at the movie theater.
No, but like you kind of wanted him to finish. I mean, at least in my opinion.
I think you should need to see a doctor.
Okay, but okay, we'll go.
Okay,
carry on.
No, we understand why he liked it.
No, but no, because
like you related as to why he did it. Like
why he did it, because you know,
you should still see the doctor.
Yeah, probably. I probably should, but you know, it's kind of, even though you kind of feel like he wanted to do, like you want something to happen to those people. After watching it, you're like, well, like when he goes to finish off that guy who's like trying to run up the stairs.
Something. I'm trying to think back as to how I took it when I saw it, when I saw it unfold.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is where it starts. This is where he starts to become the Joker.
Yeah, that was, especially when he started dancing in that bathroom.
Yeah.
I was like, a beautiful shot scene. I love that scene.
Well, like I mentioned to you before, it reminded me of like a Psycho type deal. Because if you guys have seen Psycho or Bates Motel.
Actually, I haven't seen Psycho.
Well, I know Psycho because of Bates Motel.
Yeah.
That's because I watched Bates Motel. But in Bates Motel, whenever he does go into like this mode, from normal to this killer mode, he blacks out, so he doesn't remember. So I took it that way when he was dancing.
Yeah.
That okay, he's blacking out. He's becoming a Joker. He's enjoying whatever the heck he's doing, and
he sort of, I think he found confidence in himself, because remember before that, you know, that's when he was having the issues with the job. He just recently got fired. After that,
he was fired, and
and then like I think that's when he found confidence in himself again. Like, after that, you know, he went back, and I think that's when he like made out with Zazie Beetz. Is that her name?
In his mind, he did.
If I mispronounce that, I'm sorry. I love you. But
so that's when no, I think he did the killings first, and then he got fired.
No, because that's when he was carrying his stuff home and stuff. That's why he had his bag and stuff and the gun in there. Because remember, he was at the children's hospital, and he dropped the gun, and then like they were telling him, like, you're fired.
Oh,
so that's why he still had his stuff on.
You're right. Yeah. Okay, I know where we're going.
But yeah.
So that's when he becomes confident. He dances in the restroom on his own.
He goes and kisses her, and then
in his mind.
Oh yeah, but and the next day he.
So are you guys gonna like literally go through every scene of the movie, or?
No, we're just like, so people who haven't seen it can know.
We're highlighting the main plots of the
Yeah.
story, so people can
Every
understand.
part is the main part
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Well,
so
then,
he says this.
yeah. So he says this at frame 2. I was kidding. But
Frame 2.
but okay, yeah. After that, he becomes confident, and then he does the joking and stuff. That's when he becomes famous and is.
He's seen to like by the I guess the less fortunate as a hero for doing so because he killed 3 rich guys.
He sparks this political outrage.
Which of course he didn't mean to.
But yeah, but he was,
I don't think he meant to, but
yeah, he didn't mean
By
to, but then
accident, he did.
but when he starts
Yeah.
seeing it and stuff, he starts to grasp it like, yes,
Yeah,
I
like,
did this,
and now I'm
especially at the end of
somebody.
the movie. And then he starts to dig a little bit deeper in his past.
Yeah, and that's when
Finds out that his mom
poop
was,
emoji hits the floor.
yeah,
Or the fan, I mean. Poop emoji hits the fan.
yeah. But and that's when he finds out that his mom's been lying to him all his time, which kind of like oof. I mean, I kind of understand.
I mean, during that time he was told like, hey, you're like this whole time he was told that Thomas Wayne?
Yeah,
Tom Wayne or whatever.
Tom.
Well, Batman's dad is actually his dad. So throughout the whole movie, you're thinking, what? Joker and Batman are brothers?
Yeah, I
no
wasn't
way.
buying that. Like I was like,
I
knew
bought
that
it for a little bit. I was like,
a little bit, but
sure.
I had doubts. Like I
Yeah.
had high doubts. But
like,
then
I thought it was like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type of deal where like he was rich and he slept with a...
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was. That's what I was thinking about too. I was like, that's like what happened with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe it is true. Cause that's
Yeah.
and that's how real they wanted to make it. But
And then you find out that his mom was
Cuckoo and the...
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anything you want to say, babe, so far?
yeah.
Any
Anything
spoilers
you
you
like in
wanna
the
add?
movie? But
I'm just kind of like thinking about why am I sitting here?
You need to speak into my...
They don't need to hear that.
well, they okay. We have to have someone who's not into comic book movies, so they can have their
Yeah,
like so we
their
can have your
perspective.
thoughts of the movie.
Yeah, your
like
perspective.
not based on a comic book movie, but like based on like a film goer.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
Okay, well, an average film goer,
First of all,
an average
I
film
don't
goer.
enjoy movies as much as you do, as
Yeah.
we can tell.
yeah.
Okay, we'll finish this off and then we'll ask her, what's your thoughts on like the movie of?
Sure. Thank you, sir.
We'll
Yeah.
finish this out.
Thanks for including me.
We'll finish the summary of this thing. Okay, he
but
finds
yes.
out that his mom's been lying to him.
She has mental health issues too.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, I'm just gonna disregard her mental issues and just kill her because she lied to me.
Well, I mean, not disregard her mental issues, but
He just
I
overall-
saw her. I saw him doing that to get rid of whatever was holding him back.
Yeah, okay, I can think about see it that
That's
way.
how I saw it. Him doing it. I mean, of course, it's not justifiable for
Yeah,
for him to do that, but that's the way I saw it. Like, he's been working as a clown. He wanted to pursue comedy, stand-up comedy, but he failed at it.
that whole last hour of the Joker movie was like. That's when things started like what?
Yeah.
Like around every corner something happened.
Yeah,
And then you find out after that his supposedly girlfriend
it
In
was
his
all
head,
imaginary.
girl.
is in his head.
I knew
She's
it.
real,
I
but
knew it.
the relationship was fake. And then he goes in and we don't know what happened to her.
Just like the mom, like the whole mom thing, where he's saying like, oh, like it seems like she's very supportive and she thinks that he can be a comedian or whatever, but then they show that she's not.
Yeah, because when he says, like, my comedian work is picking up, but like, I thought you had to be funny to be a comedian.
Oh yeah, I was like, that sucks.
So like his whole life he didn't have anybody believing in him. Like I think
Like, he was
The
literally
therapy
a
people
nobody.
were shutting him like
He was literally a nobody.
his
he
medicine.
was looking for support, love.
He was looking for
The support that he did have that was provided to him was getting shut down by the government. But
the movies government.
yeah, the movie's government. But
I get
yeah.
all these angry comments.
Right.
Well, okay. I mean, that's
Just
what happened in the
tag
movie.
Nathan on them, okay?
Yeah,
Nat.
tag me, guys.
Nat.
Your boy Nat.
Yeah, at your boy Nat on Instagram and Nate's Geeks Room on Twitter. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Where were we? We were with the mom.
Yeah,
So he offs the mom.
Yeah.
And now he's literally... Well, he plans to off himself. But
plans to off himself.
Something happens in his mind that he just doesn't.
Well, I knew he wasn't gonna off himself. I don't know if people actually, if you thought the Joker was gonna off himself, you gotta.
Well, I mean that's how the movie plays out.
But yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna do it. But so yeah, he goes onto the Murray show. Of course, cops are chasing him because they know. And then he kills. Before that, he kills his best friend.
But
that's when
friend.
Well, not his best friend. Sorry, but like his friend, the guy who gave him the gun.
Yeah.
But that's when things kind of like really escalated.
Well, by that time, he already
offed his mom,
and then
probably
it's implied that he kills a girl that he was in love with.
What about the daughter too? Oof.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I think they didn't show it because they think the girl is gonna become Catwoman.
Probably.
The little girl.
Yeah, because you know how Bruce Wayne becomes Batman.
Well, because the new Batman, Zoe Kravitz is gonna be.
Yeah, no, but the new Batman, like the little kid Batman that came out in the movie.
You mean like
Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
He's kind of like the same age or on the same age. So
true.
they're both gonna grow up with like. So I'm thinking
without parents.
Because Zoe Kravitz is gonna be, it's gonna be the new Catwoman. I'm thinking this is kind of like the prequel to the new Batman. So maybe like the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Peter Parker was in Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna work out. Anyway, so yeah, it's implied that he kills them. Then he's like getting ready to be on the show,
and he kills his.
Yeah, his friends come over and.
And then we have that scene was awesome because you didn't know how to feel because first you were horrified what he was doing. You understand it, but then you were still horrified like how gruesome it was, like how he stabbed him in the eye first with the scissors, and then just kept bashing his head in, and like that, like 5 seconds of that scene was just showing him bashing the guy's head in and blood still spewing out, and then you have the midget guy, which is like kind of like really like was a different tone from what happened. Like it was serious, but then you also found it funny, and you didn't know how to feel because it was kind of funny. I remember in the movie theaters, people were like, laughing out loud and stuff at that scene when he was trying to open the door. But I'm like, am I supposed to laugh at this, or is this supposed to be like like a kind of sick joke?
Someone just got their head bashed in.
Yeah,
and the same person who. It's because it was tense, so that's why. Because you don't know if is that midget gonna survive or not, or
yeah. But because he did treat him nice throughout the whole movie, so I was like.
I feel bad calling people midgets.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Person.
I'm sorry, Thea.
Short. I'm sorry. Short person. We'll go to short person.
Yeah, short person. But yeah. So and then we have the famous dance scene after that, going down the stairs.
The one with the stairs, and then
in the Bronx, where now people are calling the Joker stairs, but they're secretly the Bronx stairs.
Now everyone is dancing on him.
Yeah.
Dressing up like him and dancing on him.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's like a touristy spot now.
Yeah, it is. Like to see everyone like going there and dance and stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. But
he goes onto the show. He's like doing all these dark jokes that no one laughs at but him.
Yeah.
And then like he gets like into a heated argument with
Murray.
And then he shoots him on live TV.
Yeah.
And then this whole
riot things, of course, ensues. Batman gets his parents get shot. Then the end, we have him in therapy again. And then you have the Joker movie.
Ta-da, the end.
All explained.
Good night, guys. That was it.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Awesome. Great job, guys.
Okay,
so now you guys kind of have like a summary of the movie.
That took like 10 minutes to explain.
25.
Oh, okay.
Well, of course, we had those interruptions, but...
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, we want to talk about the topics that this movie dealt with, which summarized into how many of that is 6? So of course dealt with mental health because Arthur Fleck had some type of mental health issue.
Laughing disease or
Laughing
something.
disease, mental health issue. Because the mental health was him imagining the girlfriend.
Yeah, of course.
All the stuff that didn't happen.
We're not doctors, disclaimers, people. We're like, so if we say something that we think that he has, don't get upset by it.
Yeah, we're not doctors, so.
Yeah.
Child abuse because of what we found out of his past. Of course, health issues because of the laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the topic that was more outside of his spectrum, but that the movie dealt with, was the gun violence, the clashing rich versus poor, and then, of course, politics, which is with Thomas Wayne running for, what is it, mayor?
Yeah. And it also talked
mayor?
about, like, just the overall grittiness of humanity. You
Yeah.
know, what we think is right, but deep down, you know, something has to happen. Something has to, like, we have to do something, even if it's dark. I mean, I don't know, but
What?
I don't know. Okay, go on.
Explain yourself.
No, okay, so like what I mean, like, no, I'm
What?
just like, because you know,
What do you mean dark?
people
What?
were inspired to, you know, fight back against like the rich and stuff in this movie because of something that happened, like a dark deed happened. Like this guy took down, like Joker took down like three wealthy people, and it inspired, you know, the poor to like rise up. Kind of, it sort of mimics the French Revolution a little bit. I don't know if you guys remember like A Tale of Two Cities and stuff. You guys don't remember? Well, flash
History lesson.
flash course. Okay, but no, short summary. Short summary of the French Revolution and stuff.
I hated it.
I actually like The Tale of Two Cities, but anyways, which The Dark Knight Rises was also based off of. But
Dang it, Nathan, get to the point.
okay, so the French Revolution is purely based off the poor overthrowing the rich, like the kings and everything and stuff. And this is what sort of like happens and stuff, where the Joker, you know, inspires this, you know, he inspires this group of people, the poor basically, to kind of fight back against the rich. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of showing you that sometimes something dark may happen that inspires.
It will do some
Not
good.
so. I mean, it wasn't so good. Like it wasn't like robbing, but I mean, like they were like, you know what I mean? They were like overthrowing the rich. Like the poor was trying to rise up against,
Yeah.
you know, like bad
Yeah.
political people
Well, yeah,
that
I
you
mean,
know like were bad and stuff.
With you can see that in the Bible too, like the slaves wanting to overthrow the king
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll make this. but
Freaking Nathan.
yeah, but
Now we know what we're giving them for Christmas.
Yeah. A Bible.
I don't know. Nah,
Your
but
French Revolution Bible.
nah, I used to have a Bible, but then you know I.
We don't gotta
it.
talk about
Okay,
it.
but anyways,
That's enough topic, Nathan.
okay, so anyways,
Joker didn't deal with religion.
yeah, so, what do we have out of that?
What?
Okay, no, anyway, so yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it also dealt with like the grittiness of humanity and stuff.
Well,
And,
yeah,
what is,
like
it tests your morality overall.
yeah, it makes you question.
It makes you question a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but especially because of course a lot of people, you understand that the media had a big outcry before this movie was even released, due to, of course, people getting upset that this may cause someone else to do something, even though they haven't seen the movie. But what was your guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a huge believer as to what you see, what you hear, who you hang out with, and all that stuff. Basically, anything that goes in here can influence you. Like, it's not gonna make you do something, but it can influence you to start thinking
It
a
still
certain
can put
way.
thoughts in your head and like,
Yeah.
make you like, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess a person who dwells in that type of deal can be influenced by that movie and like start planning doing something. But I don't think it will necessarily cause like just someone random, like
Yeah,
a
'cause
regular
there's a-
moviegoer to like, hey, that looks fun, let's go do it.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, like, after watching this movie, I mean, it's one of my top contenders for movie of the year, in my opinion. But I can kind of understand where the media was coming from.
Yeah.
Why they were kind of outcry. I mean, I still think this movie should have been made, and this movie should definitely be watched if you're, we're skeptical about it or anything. It should still be watched. If you didn't want to watch it because it was like you don't like Joker or you don't like DC or anything like that, it's still a pretty good movie to watch because it talks a lot about it inspires a lot of talk on social norms and just society. We live in a society. That's me. But yeah, and it talks a lot about how they just they talked about what they stated off like gun violence, what our government does for like the people that actually need mental help that are looking for help, but sometimes they can't afford it, or sometimes they don't have the funds, and sometimes they get shut down. But you should definitely watch this movie. And then, like I was gonna say, I understand where this media was coming from, because back when The Dark Knight Rises came out, I know you guys probably remember that. You remember what happened when the shooting? Yeah, the shooting. The guy was inspired, dressed up as Joker and stuff. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I can. That's why I understand where people
were worried.
Were worrying and stuff, especially in today's climate when we have a lot of shootings and stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I was actually kind of scared to go watch this in a theater on the opening weekend. I'm not gonna lie, especially what happened in El Paso. I mean, I knew there would be like securities and stuff, but still, it still gave me an uneasy feeling. I'm glad I went to go watch this, but I understand what the media was coming from. But after watching it,
because you don't know who Joker can be.
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like, you can be Joker. We might be talking in a year from now, like, hey, we had Joker in our own house.
And I'm gonna say I always saw it coming, babe.
Saw what? Oh,
you're becoming the Joker.
Oh,
you're so mean.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, like, because you don't know who Joker can be.
Yeah,
I can be Joker. She can be Joker. Future kids that are growing up can be Jokers. You just don't know. So that's what I think that was the scare that came from the Joker, is that some kid can, whether it's today or tomorrow or 5 years from now or 10 years from now, someone is going to get inspired by this movie to do something. So I guess that was the worry. Like I mentioned, I do believe that whatever you put into your head, music wise, TV wise, movie wise, whatever you tell yourself, especially, is a huge influence as to the actions that you take. So that's what I liked about this movie, is that because currently right now I don't like how society is already putting labels on people right away. Like if they act a certain way, okay, you have mental health.
Yeah.
Okay, you have this, you have that. There's no other possible explanation. What if it's just self-imposed? What if you're thinking yourself into it? So that's what I liked about this movie, that that Arthur Fleck knew he had something wrong, and he was willing to get help.
But
of course,
fortunately, yeah, fortunately he did.
Which a lot of people who do have mental health and have depression and have all this stuff are not willing to get. Which is, I see that as more common, because people are afraid to admit that there's something wrong with them. Which True. Is, if you feel like there's something wrong with you, like, hey, admit it.
Yeah, if you are dealing with something, real quick, get help.
Yeah. Don't become the Joker.
Yeah, I had anxiety, and then I waited a long time, and I had an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
So it's not fun. Get help.
So yeah, that's what I like about this movie, that Arthur Fleck was actually getting help. Of course, he didn't get the right help, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he was getting help, which is the first step for anyone who's dealing with mental health issues, depression, any type of disease they're dealing with. That's the first step. Get help.
Or talk to someone. If you don't have anything to afford it, I mean, I think it should be free, I think. I don't know if it's free or not, to be honest, but I haven't actually been to an actual therapist or anything. But at least talking to someone.
Yeah, even like a friend. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, can I talk to you? I'm just kidding. But yeah.
But that's what I like about this movie.
He's my therapist.
That he was actually looking out for help. Not just like, well, I'm depressed, I have mental health issues, I'm getting bullied, I'm adopted, I'm a no one, I'm gonna go shit everybody.
Yeah.
Like, this was just a combination of people failing him, and that made him into what he became in the movie.
Yeah, because he was trying to look for help.
Sorry. Yeah, that's what it.
I feel because he didn't have any help, he made decisions that he thought were right.
For him.
For him, yeah. Like, what he did, he kept seeing it as that's the right thing to do just because nobody else told him anything.
And people put him in positions, especially with the guy who gave him the gun.
Yeah.
Put him in a serious
No, and then everybody else who was seeing him as like this hero was just making that worse.
Yeah, like they were
igniting a fire.
He went from hanging out with people who thought less of him and didn't think so high of him, and then he does something horrible, but people start supporting that. So I guess that fueled his reason for being that horrible person, because okay, well, I'm a good citizen, but I'm not getting no attention.
Yeah.
I do this horrible thing and I am getting attention and people are valuing me. I should do that horrible thing.
Yeah.
So I can get more attention, which at the end of the movie, that's what he gets. But doing this horrible stuff.
Gets what he wants, but, not the way I think he wanted to.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Yeah, when it comes to mental health issues, like, get help. If you have something, depression, whatever, like, seek help. First admit it that you have it. Which is, of course, the first step before the first step.
Yeah.
Then get help. Do whatever you can to get help. Because the only thing, if you're dealing with something bad, the only thing that it can get is better.
Yeah.
And then the other thing it dealt with, besides mental health, was, of course, child abuse that contributed to his mental health because we found out he was adopted. And then whatever boyfriend the mom had would like hit him or... Like he would be covered in bruises and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think she would do something to him too, no? Or
I think so, no.
Something
no,
happened.
She would let it happen.
Oh, okay. I think that's what happened. Yeah.
She would let it happen, but he would like get cigarette burns. I guess the boyfriend would like burn off his cigarette there.
Wow.
But yeah, don't abuse your kids.
Don't
ever do.
They'll come for you.
Will come for you. The repercussions of how you affect a kid if you do any type of child abuse are huge. And of course, that was
mental abuse too. Let's not forget that mental abuse as well.
I think that was an element as to what made him become the Joker. Other than that was the more broader topics that were outside of the Joker itself, but that dealt with the government, other people, and all that stuff, which is the rich versus poor. It dealt with that
big thing. That's what I'm saying. Like how it inspires the French Revolution a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the rich, like that's what I'm saying. It has like this movie makes you talk about like today's side, because everyone knows what political side you're on. You gotta understand that there is a lot of greedy rich people out there that are doing some shady stuff in the government.
Yeah. And that's what this movie portrays. I just want to make that clear, because not all rich people are bad.
Yeah, not all rich people, but
But because the ones that are bad take the spotlight from those good rich people. Unfortunately, that's how poor people see rich people all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's how I grew up. I thought rich people were like greedy and they didn't want to share their money and stuff like that.
Because there are poor people.
Because there
use their money for good, and then who also do contribute good to the society.
Yeah.
But then you got a lot of people that take advantage of the poor.
Yeah.
A lot of people in politics.
Yeah, and that's what that's what this movie dealt with the bad rich people. And I could see it right away. Thomas Wayne calling the poor people clowns.
Yeah, and it showed us
they're all clowns and stuff like that, and they have a problem.
You thought Bruce Wayne was from a family of like noble people, but then in this movie it shows like kind of a darker side of the Wayne family. Like you're like, oh, okay, well, they're kind of brats.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
I didn't like Thomas Wayne.
Yeah. It sucks that what happened in the alleyway, but did it really suck? I'm just kidding. But
I guess, he wasn't a good rich person.
Yeah,
and that's what this movie portrays. And I'm kind of divided here because Even though I'm not rich, I don't look at rich people as them being bad. Of course, there are bad rich people, and I mean, I see money as a reflection of who you truly are inside. Meaning that whether you're poor or rich, money's gonna bring the truth out of you.
Yeah.
So if you're poor and you become rich, and you're a bad person, that you're just gonna be a rich or bad person. That's it. That's the only difference. But I don't like how it made them clash, because thinking about it in a position where, okay, I'm thinking on both sides. If I'm poor, of course, I don't want the rich thinking that I'm less of them. But at the same time, if I'm rich, I don't want the poor people thinking I'm a bad person just because I'm rich.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't like how it divided. How I felt divided in that topic in the movie. How did you feel?
Well, I mean, I understand. Like I said, some rich people were kind of. I just think that how our system is set up today nowadays, that I feel like there's a lot of cities and a lot of places and stuff in America where it feels like they can't get better because the system is failing them. Like even if they try to escape that or try to escape that life, they can't, because what they try and do, like I said, the system fails them. It there's a lot of gun violence in that area. You'll notice a lot of stores in that area sell
Cigarettes and stuff.
Yeah, and cigarette stuff. Like it's kind of making those environments like that, and I think the rich know that, but they won't do anything to change the laws, or at least try and change, like put like programs or things like that in those type of areas to make people not poor, but like I don't know. It's kind of a tough topic.
That goes into political stuff now.
Yeah, that kind of does. So
that could be a whole other podcast, but
yeah, you understand what I mean. It's just that,
yeah.
And my overall thoughts on that is that I can kind of feel for the poor people, although I don't condone like what happened.
Yeah.
And stuff, like it still kind of made me a little bit like all the scenes in this movie. We'll talk dive deeper a little bit, but all these scenes in this movie kind of like messed me up in a way, or kind of like like shook me. But I still sort of understand where the people come. Like I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, and I think that's what the purpose of this movie was, is to relate to the entire audience, because you could be in a room full of 100 people. Some are rich, some are poor, some are in the middle, and you will relate to this movie some way, somehow. Either you will relate to it in a good way, in a bad way. You will take it in a good heart or in a bad heart.
That's why like I said, if you're not into comic book movies, you still have to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Because it talks about a lot of things and shows you a lot of things. Like the ending is a comic book movie, to be honest. Like the ending,
Yeah.
when he becomes the Joker, and the alleyway scene, that's the only comic
book.
Well,
I think the part, the whole ending, part where Bruce Wayne sees his parents die, and then the Joker is like the king.
That's when it kind of like diverts
King of Clowns.
into But we saw like Bruce Wayne die like what? Well, not as much as
5 times.
Not as much as
times
Peter Parker's
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Uncle Ben. but yeah, there was a lot of stuff to talk about.
A lot of what?
A lot of things a lot of stuff in this thing that made you think.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just like doing the big points.
Yeah, the big points that you can.
There's a lot of little tiny stuff murder, of course.
Yeah, a lot of theories and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The other thing it dealt with was gun violence, which of course we saw it used in the proper way, and then in the not proper way here in this movie. The proper way is where he's in a subway and he kills those 3 guys.
He was doing it for
self-defense.
At first.
Then
he wanted to go finish the guy off.
Yeah, at first, meaning like, hey, like you want to get rid of people that are not shooting at you, but are hurting you. You shoot them, but you don't finish them off if you don't have to. Which, of course, that's where he did wrong, because he went to go finish that 3rd guy off.
Yeah. When he shot the first guy, I don't think he had to shoot the other guy, because they were pretty scared at that point. Like, okay, let's run away. But he was like, nah, son.
Nah, son.
Yeah, but how did that make you feel? How did that make you feel?
You've been sitting here all quiet, just looking at me and stuff. Just looking at
because I disagree with a lot of stuff you guys are saying.
Oh.
Okay, so like, okay, you
Well, that's
you
why you're
explain
here.
some of the stuff, like, because you're
Because
supposed
Nathan doesn't let me talk.
Dang,
Babe.
Nathan, let her
He's
talk.
just
Okay,
yapping.
so like, okay, but so you're supposed to be like the non-comic book.
She's the control. We're the experiments.
Yeah,
she's the control.
Okay.
Like that particular scene that you guys are talking about.
Which one?
Where he
The
shoots
train scene.
the guys.
Yeah.
3 people. Okay.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of this movie, they made it seem like it's okay, like what you just said. It's like it's understandable why he shot them, but did those other guys have a gun too? No. So how could it be self-defense if the guys didn't even have a gun?
Because they were hurting him.
Yeah, but
like, if a robber came in here without a gun and I had a gun, would you not want me to shoot that robber?
no, because
why not?
no, like yeah, like
hey,
you could
get out of
point
my
it
house.
and be like, hey, you need to get out. Warn them, like, hey, like.
Because that's the thing. You didn't know they had a gun. Do you know that they did not have a gun?
They could have still killed him. They could have still bashed his head in.
Like, when you're being attacked, babe, you don't know if you're gonna die or live.
You had to make a quick decision there.
You know what I
Either
mean?
run.
I don't agree with that. Like, I don't, because it makes people like.
I don't think it was saying it was okay.
Wait, it makes wait, it makes people start thinking like, okay, like at that moment, it's okay for me to kill somebody, but
it's not. It's never. Okay.
It's never okay. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's never okay. And in this movie, a lot of this stuff, like, they made it seem like it was okay. Oh, well, it's okay to kill Murray or whatever his name is because he's attacking him and verbally.
I didn't think it that way.
Yeah, I didn't think that way either.
Like, he's attacking him verbally.
Oh, you mean the people in the movie that praised him made it seem like he was doing okay?
Yeah, like all of that. Like
okay.
they're making it seem like it's.
You don't mean us, right?
No,
okay.
not you.
Well, that's where you're like talking like we're doing. Like I agree.
Am I supposed to be like? But
no, like.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
I'm sweating over here.
it's talking about I think it's supposed to be mimic the French Revolution. I know I keep saying that, but like.
Yes, Mr. Cisneros.
Yes. I like history class.
And then
past social studies.
I'm a huge Batman fan, and this movie didn't like make it seem like the whole family was very nice. So I was like, heck no. Why are you talking about Batman's family like this?
Well, technically, we don't really know as much about his family. I mean, I haven't read any comic books, so like, don't get mad at me if you guys, read the comic books. But at least from a movie's perspective,
in the comments.
Yeah, at least from movies' perspectives, I don't think we've seen a lot of his family and stuff. So we really don't know what his parents may have been like.
Yeah, exactly. But then they made it seem like his dad was.
Hey, I have a question
nice
not related
guy.
to any topic, sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Was that Alfred in the gate?
No. Well,
Could have been.
I don't know. Did they say? Did they say
didn't
his
say.
name? I don't think they said, but I mean, that guy was a little bit
Chunky.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is young, and then of course when he gets older, he's like.
Oh, did you hear who's gonna be the new Alfred in the new Batman movie?
No. Colin? No, not Colin.
Circus.
Circus.
No, the guy who played in Lord of the Rings.
Cirque du
Gollum.
Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil is gonna be the new Joker. But
do you know what Cirque du Soleil is?
He doesn't look.
Yeah,
at
I know what it is. It's a circus. Yeah, I know what it is.
It's not a circus, dude. It's a kind of thinking. Cirque du Soleil, not Circus du Soleil. It's a Vegas show.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's still like a circus, but Andy Serkis is gonna be the new.
There you go. That's very. Yeah, Gollum.
Yeah.
I'm hot sus.
Happiness. I can't do it. I was gonna try, but
yeah. So he's gonna be the new what?
The new. I mean, not the new Joker. Sorry, the new Alfred. Yeah. And we got Robert Pattinson, and then Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman.
And then that guy as Riddler.
But yeah, and then Riddler.
It was gonna be Penguin. I read
No, the
Colin
other
Farrell was gonna be
Colin Farrell
Penguin.
was gonna be the Penguin. Yeah.
I don't know how that movie's gonna play out. I guess it's gonna be.
I'm actually kind of hyped because
I know it's gonna be dark. A dark
I know a
movie.
lot of people are upset because Robert Pattinson's a Batman and everyone just knows him from Twilight, but no, he played in a lot of movies that that established him as an actor,
Like
especially
not the witch, the Lighthouse.
yeah, especially I haven't seen a Lighthouse. I want to, but
He's getting praised for
just
it.
the trailer and everything and stuff, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But going back to the Joker now.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Do you have anything else to say or anything
I don't
you want
know.
to point
You
out?
interrupted me, so I kind of forgot.
Well, you said that him killing people in the first place was not good.
Yeah.
That you didn't agree with.
How did you like the movie? Because you said it was okay.
It was okay. It was okay as a movie.
All right, guys. Well, okay, no, but
I mean, this is how I view movies. I have to be invested into the characters. I felt for Arthur and everything, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite movie, but it wasn't a bad movie. It was right in the middle. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I would say no. I think I gave it a 10 out of 10 on Instagram, on my review. But I would say before going to this movie, I didn't think it was gonna be as good. I saw a lot of people praising it, but I just didn't really expect much out of this movie, to be honest.
Yeah, because it was another.
I was gonna say, what are they gonna do with the origins of the Joker? I mean.
Well, it's something we have the comics explored the origins.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go into the comics because I don't read comics, so I don't want to get in trouble. But
so you don't even know.
But I know they did somewhere. But but anyways, overall, I gave it a 10 out of 10. It's one of my top contender the movies of the year. I just like it because, like I said, I didn't expect it to be this deep and that dark, and that gritty. I didn't think they were gonna go like that stretch, and like I said, it made a lot of people talk. Like I said, I know the media was scared because of this movie, but then
you were scared.
I was that's because the media sort of was kind of adding to this fuel to the fire of this thing.
You just proved my point.
Yep.
Of influence. Of whatever you put in here, whatever you read.
Well, I was also scared because of what happened and stuff, and what I'm saying is the political, not political climate, but just the overall climate today of because this just happened in August. We had a shooting in El Paso, and why I was kind of scared to go out for a few days or a few weeks or a month, but
years.
Yeah, but no, but because so just a quick story of what happened in the shooting. My brother was getting a haircut right across from the highway when this thing was going on. And he was texting us, telling us that they were closed. They locked down his shopping center, where he was at. They locked down the haircut place.
Locked down the city, dude.
Yeah, and it was just it was a scary time, and it kind of made me kind of oh, crap, something could have happened to him, because my mom took him to go get the haircut. So what if she had to run to Walmart right quick, and it just kind of makes me a little bit emotional to think about that. I'm damn, I could have
what if
lost that big what if. So seeing this movie, it kind of, that's why I'm saying it shook me, because the shooting scenes, especially when he shot Murray, I knew what was gonna happen, but the soundtrack, the music that kept playing, especially my anxiety, was not a good fit for that part. I was in my seat, you can't probably see me if you're watching the podcast. But anyways,
they can't see you if they're watching the podcast or listening to you.
Oh, listening, yeah. It's like that episode of Patrick when he's like, "I can't see you, I can't hear you. It's dark in here." But anyways, but yeah. So watching that scene though, even though I knew it was gonna happen, it was still shook me how how it happened, how he did it so quickly and stuff, and the randomly. Animation, the blood. We see a lot of movies and stuff, a lot of action movies. Well, yeah, they shoot people, but how this story was set up, how it took like a realistic turn.
Yeah.
And especially what happened in El Paso, like it kind of added to like a little bit of the terror and shook of this movie and stuff. Like this movie is sort of like I would say sort of like a horror kind of movie, a little bit, just because I don't know, it shows you the true horrors of humanity, of society and stuff, and him shooting Murray and stuff. I remember like these two girls like next to me and stuff like yelped, like they yelled and stuff when like he shot him and stuff. I'm like, I saw it coming, but I was still scared. Like when it happened, and then like seeing like Danny DeVito's dead body and stuff there, and then like him getting up and like shooting him again and stuff. It just that whole scene.
Well, that second one was because he found it fun.
Yeah, and like that's what I'm saying. Like he was like
at that point he found it fun.
Shot him again, and then he tried again and stuff, and then it didn't click, and he left the gun there. Like it was kind of like.
And he went to the camera,
and he was sitting down and like watching everyone like with blood and stuff. So that was kind of like wow, like it kind of like shook me a little bit, especially after the movie ended. Like no one like in my theater, like it was a packed theater, and no one clapped. Like I thought there was gonna be someone like clapping and stuff, but no one clapped. It was like quiet.
That person was gonna get sent to jail.
Yeah, it was like quiet, and like everyone just got up and left. Like I don't know, like it was like you can feel the tension in the theater. Like did people want to clap? Like you didn't know how it felt. Like it really didn't. You didn't know how to feel until afterwards when you like talk about it and let it all out. But that's why I like this movie and stuff. But real quick, going back to the media thing and stuff, when people like making people scared and stuff. Like I said, I understand where they were coming from, but I think it added a lot of fuel to the fire, and that's what made change. Like that's I hopefully it doesn't happen, but that's what makes people scared to go to movies. That's why you see all these like policies change and stuff. Especially after the Walmart shooting. Walmart banned the advertisements for like video games and stuff. So I don't know how I feel about that, but we won't go dive into that kind of politics. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I did want to watch it again, but it's kind of too late at this point, so I'm just gonna wait until it comes out on Blu-ray. But
that was our review / our thoughts over the Joker, what it dealt with. I know you guys didn't get to hear much of Brenda, but we're the geeky ones here.
Well, what was your overall? Did she give an overall rating?
What was your rating?
Like your overall thoughts of the movie.
I already said 8 out of 10.
You said 8. I say 6.
Dang, she went that low. I mean,
hey, but we all had different thoughts and ideas. So that's why you guys should go watch it. She likes
Hallmark movies. Those are her 10 out of 10s.
What movies?
Which we will make a podcast out of. I have a lot to say.
Wait, what kind of movies are you guys talking about?
Hallmark movies?
Oh, okay.
We're going to make a podcast out of that. Guaranteed. I have so much to say about those movies, and she knows movies? That's why she's laughing.
I should invite my mom because she talks a lot about
those movies. Trigger me so bad, bro.
They
They
suck.
trigger me.
They suck.
What?
Okay.
I mean,
they trigger you, but then we're over here watching the Joker,
and they trigger you.
I'm like,
yeah. They trigger me. But yeah. Anyway, any final thoughts you want to say? Do your plug.
I think I already did. Overall, just if you haven't seen this movie and you're go watch it.
Do your plug, bro.
See, you're supposed to watch it because
go watch it if you want to watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't go watch it.
No, go watch it because I told you to go watch it. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's up to you. But I highly recommend to watch this because it talks a lot about a lot of things that makes us uncomfortable to talk about, but sometimes we do need to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And,
but follow me on your boy Nat on Instagram and Nate's Geeks on Twitter. And if you find me on Facebook, I'm going to decline your friend request.
Decline your friend request. And what about us, babe?
Go ahead. Well, first of all, before we finish.
Before a plug.
Yeah, before we end this awesome podcast. Had so much fun.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to Angie.
The dog is barking at you.
I know. Shout out to Angie right there by the dog. For listening to our podcast or watching or whatever. Thank you so much. And big shout out to our mentors, Gabe and Iris, because they finally followed us on Instagram. So I think that's a big deal. Yeah. Yeah, so thank you. Because they're a huge influence in our life. Like, if there's anything smart that I ever say, it comes from them. It comes from them.
I say smart stuff too.
No, I know. I said me.
Por eso.
I know
like
you say
anything
smart
that we say comes from them.
No, well, yeah, but most of the stuff that I say comes from. So thank you so much. We love you guys, and
I love you guys too.
Like and subscribe to this. Well, like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. Well, not really family, not little kids.
Yeah,
it's about the Joker.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about the Joker.
Comments below.
Yeah, and then you can go ahead and follow our socials on Instagram, Facebook at firelanepodcast, and you can listen to this podcast wherever.
So thank you guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.